Riley for the win. Chad Ryland. It's good.
I think to start 1-5 and to fight the way we have all year, unfortunately, hasn't gone our way. Especially tonight. You have to have a relentless belief that we're going to come back, and we hurt ourselves tonight. We got behind the eight ball, but we responded exceptionally well. I kept telling the offense, let's just not give up, not give in, not give up, not give in. We're gonna find a way to come back and tie this game up. We knew we had to go get a touchdown. We knew we had to get a 2-point conversion. We knew we had to get another touchdown, another 2-point conversion. That's what we did.
Okay, so that was a painful ending to the Broncos' potential comeback in yesterday's game against the New England Patriots. While down 24-7, Russ orchestrated 2 fantastic drives in the fourth quarter that both ended in touchdowns and 2 successful 2-point conversions to level the score. However, the Patriots were able to get the ball in field goal range that set up the Chad Ryland game-winning field goal. This was a tough loss because Russell Wilson did really well to get his team back in the game. There were a couple plays that really set the team back. For instance, the fumble loss by Javonte Williams in the second quarter and the Denzel Mims fumble loss on the kick return that led to the second straight Patriots touchdown within 7 seconds. Anyways, this loss put a huge dent to the Denver Broncos' playoffs hopes, and thus questions started to mount after the game about Russ's future with the Broncos. Denver has a lot to ponder in the offseason as Wilson has another $37 million that becomes fully guaranteed on the 5th day of the 2024 league year in March, and as of right now, everything looks up in the air. Sure, some fans think it would be ludicrous for the Broncos to eat $80 million to cut Russ, but nonetheless, there was some very startling reaction to this one play in the third quarter in the game against the Patriots. I'm going to play you the clip when Russ gets sacked, and I want you to take a look at the body language of his teammates, the O-line in particular.
That could be still out there in the ether in January, but here we are still on Christmas Eve night, and Russ trying to make something happen and can't.
Okay, so notice the score line is only 9-7. So after he got sacked, his O-line literally just turned their backs on him. I don't know about you, but I've watched football for a long time, and this isn't a good sign. You rarely ever see offensive linemen refuse to help their quarterback off the ground after getting sacked, but when his teammates see him on the ground, they instead turn their back on him. And maybe I'm just reading way too much into this situation, but this clip has been trending on social media with many Bronco fans chiming in. It wasn't just one teammate, but 3 different linemen who walked away from him after he took that really bad sack. On top of that, Russ is getting criticized a lot, especially on this play, because he literally would have had an open receiver on a crossing route had he just waited a second longer before spinning backwards. Take a look at this photo I found, and you can see as he runs back, he would have had a wide open receiver right in front of him. And this has been the knock on Russ this season, and quite possibly be the reason why his O-line is so frustrated with his play. Russ took 5 sacks yesterday and has been sacked 100 times in his last 30 games. He's simply been trying to freestyle his way out of trouble instead of stepping into the pocket and throwing the football. I mean, how many times did we see him spin backwards as soon as he felt a little pressure? Even on this play here, where he's running side to side, he literally had a clean pocket and enough time to just wait for a receiver to get open. It just seems like his first initial instinct is just to spin backwards out of a clean pocket. He also needs to quit holding the ball too long. Yeah, I understand, it's worked for him in Seattle, but it clearly hasn't in Denver for the last 2 seasons. Ultimately, I just think he brings a lot of these sacks on himself. That said, listen to Russ at the post-game press conference as he avoids answering questions about his future in Denver. I think this is pretty telling of where he and the organization stand as of now. In the past, he's never dodged any questions about his future at Mile High, so could this be a possible sign that the end may be near?
Russ, what do you think your future holds for you with the Broncos?
I'm just worried about next week and playing great football. I don't know. I came here to win and win a championship for us, and find a way to do that. So, obviously I love being here with these guys and these teammates, and I'm excited to keep playing ball and and playing hard for us.